Well, I believe I'm about ready to bind Hank's skin to his rig. I finished rigging him. Um, he even has eyes, and I constrained them so that they follow the control. Um, let's see. All of his stuff works. I also made on and off switches for all of his pieces. Like he has some sunglasses that can turn on and off. You turn off his jacket. My main purpose for all of this stuff is I want to be able to use him later, like uh, after this project in this class. Whoops. His boots and his jeans come off too. He's wearing tighty whities and socks. I did not, however, model actual feet. He's going to be wearing socks forevermore. And one thing that I forgot to do to begin with was to make the rubber bottoms on the boots. So when I made his bones, uh, they originally went to the bottom of the foot, which was actually where they should have been. But at that point, I wasn't aware that I was going to create an on-off switch for the boots. So after I had already like grouped the IK handles and made them all work for, he has like ball roll and all that good stuff too. See if we, well actually you probably want to see it in this view. Here we go. He can bank. None of this is bound yet. He does a ball roll. He does a toe roll. He does a toe twist and a toe tap. So when you turn off his boots, see, I made sure to bring the controls up to the bottom of the foot. So if you do turn off the boots, you can actually still see the controls if you were to move them down to where his foot would be touching the ground at 0. But I don't know. I think this is probably, after I had already like rigged it and set everything in stone, I think this is probably the best way to overcome what I had done there. Whoops. What am I trying to show you here? Oh yes, if you turn off the boots from leather boots off. Okay, so now he's not actually standing on the 0 level, but I wanted to make sure that the world control was up high enough, and so were the foot controls, that you can just bring it down one. Oh, that's the foot control. Okay, here we go. You can just bring the world control down 1 unit, and he should be standing on 0, even though he's not bound yet, so you can't really see it happen. But these controls come down 1 unit. So hopefully that will all work out. I honestly don't need it for this animation anyway, but I just want to make sure he's universally finished so I can use him later for whatever. Although now that I think of it, he doesn't have any teeth. I have a jaw control, but he doesn't have any teeth in there. I'd like to someday add those in. I suppose I could add influence, but that always makes things run slower. And also with this character, when I did the sculpting, I sculpted him I sculpted on the actual geo rather than sculpting on a bump layer. So I had to bring him in as is, and he's got like 4 million polygons, so he's pretty huge. If I were to show you wireframe, yeah, he's about solid blue. Those are lots of little tiny polygons. So maybe someday I will recreate this guy, but I want to be able to use him for for a video game, and I want to use them for a movie, and I want to use them for a TV show, or like a series. It might end up being a web series, but I don't know. I want to use him. I have a story that he fits in that I want to continue with. Anyway, there's my progress so far.